Hey guys, welcome to something insane. So I want you to know that for like 20 minutes before all of this was going down, I was struggling with my audio issues. Like hella bad. Every time that I did something small, it would just completely cut out all the audio. And I have no idea why. And it was just starting to become a pain in the ass. But anyways, welcome to another series, one that I did not plan or had any idea that I was going to start. But anyway, welcome to the Ultra Moon Randomized Nuzlocke. Now, obviously the rules, I'm going to go ahead and start here. The rules are pretty self-explanatory. If you've ever watched a Nuzlocke, it's pretty much the same thing. So you have the first Pokemon on every route. Sorry, I just got distracted by this insanity. So you can only catch the first Pokemon on every route after you get Pokeballs. If that encounter faints or dies, you forfeit it. Second, every Pokemon must be nicknamed. So that way, the bond between you and that Pokemon is furthered. So that way it actually hurts if you lose it. And you actually strive to not lose it. And then third, any Pokemon that faints... Okay, that little glitch. Any Pokemon that faints is to be considered dead and put in the PC. With that being said, I have my own self-implied rules, as well as some clauses that I use, such as Shiny Clause, that allows me to catch it whether I've caught something on the route or not. I'm losing my mind here. I'm realizing that this is also still way too loud for you guys. The Shiny Claws, dupes are species, so if it's something that I've caught, either exactly that or something within the line, I am not going to be able to, or I don't have to catch that again. I can choose whether or not to go in it. So if a Pokemon faints and I run into another one down the line, I can choose to pick that one up anyway, even though I had it. But it's mainly so that way I'm not forced to catch like 17 of the same Pokemon. You know what I mean? And then Whirlwind, Roar, and Teleport, I call Battle Ending Move clause, which is a clause that I made up because I don't think that they're necessarily fair. Because at that point, you didn't do anything to make yourself lose to lose the encounter. So, and then the last rule that I have for myself is no duplicate primary typings, and I try my best not to duplicate secondary typings. So for instance, like if I have a Charizard and I get a Houndoom, I can technically use the Houndoom even though I already have a Charizard because Houndoom's secondary typing is fire. Even though I'm going to try not to have any secondary typings, it may be my only option that works on my team. So I will end up taking it with me, so that way I can have a more full team. I swear, Citra always has an issue running specifically this scene in Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun, because I've done both and it glitches out on both times, and it does not make any sense to me. Anyway, with that being said, there are going to be times where I have to forfeit a rule or something like that because it just makes it impossible. All that. Also, I do allow myself a static clause, which is basically if a route has a static, I can get one static per route, as well as the encounter per that route. Like, for example, back in Gen 3, you can fish to get your normal encounter on that route right after Mauville, but you can also, but if you get like the random chance of you running into and breaking the rock and it spawns a Pokemon, you should be able to catch that Pokemon. Because it's a random encounter that you actually don't even get the chance to normally do, and it's not the same as what's already on the route. That kind of thing. It's basically just to make it to where I have as many chances as I can to catch Pokemon in order to survive this Nuzlocke. And obviously, the Nuzlocke ends when... Can I turn this down this way without it being much of an issue? Okay. So that way, I'm not really having to worry about issues such as compatibility and all this other stuff. You'll get the rules as I go through, and again, if you don't understand them, they're in the description down below. But anyways, how you guys doing? Welcome. My name is Voided Chaos for anybody new here. I'm loud. I'm vulgar. I curse, and I make a lot of dumb jokes, a lot of dark jokes. If that's not your cup of tea, then more power to you. There are plenty of people on this platform that are more accessible to you and everything like that. But I just want to make sure that you understand what you're signing up for and what you are getting into when it comes to this series. Now, for those of you who don't know what a Nuzlocke is yet, or you stumbled across this video and thought that it looked interesting, I will explain it really quick. A Nuzlocke is essentially where you try and go through the game with a set of rules, and it ends once you become the champion of the region. That being said, sometimes there's going to be, sometimes I'm just going to get unlucky and I'm going to get a terrible starter, or I'm going to get beaten down at every turn, and everything like that. So, sometimes I'm just going to lose. It just happens. But I will say, after coming off of a Nuzlocke win with a friend of mine, doing a Soul Link, this was a separate non-recorded Soul Link that me and my friend just wanted to run through. And this will remain separate from the Zed and Void Black and White Soul Link. You will not see him appear here. You won't see anything about that here. But I will tell you, the audio issues that exist in the Black and White Soul Link are known. I'm well aware of them. To you guys, you're like, what audio issues? Because episode 1 was fine. But I made the stupid mistake of lowering my audio without checking to see if it sounded okay. Well, it didn't sound okay. So, there are going to be a few episodes where it's just, you're not going to hear it. Or if you listen really hard, you'll be able to hear me. But there's nothing I can do about it now, and I can't posthumously go back and re-record those because, 1, I wasn't by myself, and 2, I don't even remember half of what I said. So, anyway, please enjoy episode 1 of the Ultra Moon Randomized Nuzlocke. Oh, look at these cute little fucks. Alright. Kukui put on a damn shirt. Like, I'm sorry. He's married, right? And she's just cool with him being belly button out and all? Okay, I was trying to distract myself before this happened, but we're at the starter choice already. Also, I have no set schedule for this. So, if you're wondering why there's no schedule, the reason for it is because I'm doing this in my spare time, and I'm doing this mainly to have fun with you guys. So if you guys want to have fun, you can choose to turn on the bell. I'm not going to ask you to, but if you want to be notified whenever I do upload stuff, I do recommend turning it on. But if you want to just happen to have them happen to come across your feed, more power to you. I hope you enjoy the funniness that is my dumbass. Alright, and so our starters are Frostlass, Hakama-O, and Mudsdale. What the fuck? Like, part of me wants to go Frostlass, but this is where you're going to see my nerdage come out a little bit, because I don't want to walk into a situation where I'm going to be screwed over because of Pokemon's moveset is just bad. So let's go with Frostlass first. I can't spell. Frostlass, I swear. Sometimes I can spell perfectly, other times I can't spell to save my life. Okay, Frostlass is Generation 7 Learn Set. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Okay, so I should have Double Team, Powder Snow, Ominous Wind, and Leer. Okay. What is Hakama-O? Let me look here. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Okay, so Hakama-O would have Leer, Tackle, Sky Uppercut, and Protect. Such a weird set. Okay, and lastly, Mudsdale. Let's see here. Generation 7, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Okay, so right now, Mudsdale will have Mudsport, Rototiller. Sorry, it should have Bulldoze, Mudslap, Mudsport, and Rototiller. It gets Mudsport again at level 3. That's why I was confused. I'm gonna be honest. I think I have to go Mudsdale of all things. I love Mudsdale. Don't get me wrong. As a guy who was raised around horses, it's a very nice thing to have. But like Frostlass, I don't want to risk running into something that I'm not gonna be able to hit, and I don't want to have Hakamo just because like Sky Uppercut is his only move that it would actually be useful at the time. Mudsdale has 2. So yeah, I'm gonna choose Mudsdale. Which, of course, is Poplio. Oh, yeah. Let me just look down at this 9-foot tall horse. How tall is Mudsdale? Oh, yeah. I'm picking it up. That's awesome. I'm Superman, apparently. Let me see here. Let me go back to Mudsdale because I now want to... It is 8 feet tall and weighs 2,028 pounds. What the fuck? Dude, how am I doing... First of all, how am I looking down at it? And second of all, how am I picking it up? Yes. Let's see here. It's a female. My family had a horse that was a bucking bronco. Well, what is a female version of a bronco? Isn't it still a bronco? I'm actually going to have to look this up because it's going to bother me. Female horse equivalent of bronco. Brunca. A female horse equivalent to a bronco is a brunca, the feminine Spanish form. However, since bronco is widely used to refer to as wild or bucking horse, the specific female terminology depends on her age. Mare. Okay. Well, we had a female mare who bucked a lot when I was growing up. So, and her name was Star because she had like this star pattern on her head. So we'll go ahead. Island Kahuna. And in this series, not only do I have to become champion, I'm also setting for myself the getting all of the Z crystals that are available. And I think that's all 18 typings, if I'm not mistaken. There may be times where I'm going to have to look up what something is. Okay, I'll take that. Deep Sea Scale. Okay, so some things that I've done in the randomization. 1, all evolutions are possible, meaning Haunter to Gengar, Machoke to Machamp. Those are no longer trait evolutions. They're done anywhere between 35 to 40. I think Gengar is 37, for instance. Also, any Pokemon that's required to trade while holding an item now just has to level up while holding the item. That kind of thing. Like, well, for instance, the Deep Sea Scale, I believe that is for Clamperl into Gorbis. In the same sense, like Rhyperior, Electivire, and Magmortar, they just need to use their items on them like an evolution item in that sense, like a stone. I also randomized abilities. Airlock eliminates the effect of weather. You know what? I'm not upset about it. Yeah, so Mud Slap, Mud Sport, Rototiller, and Bulldoze. So we're going to go ahead and move these around just because, like, 6... Okay, wait. I did not even look. I always forget, is Mudsdale a physical or special attacker? Physical attacker. Ooh, that nature is not great. That nature is not great, but we'll make it work. Alright, I do not have Pokeballs yet, so these encounters do not count until I have Pokeballs. Okay, I'm running away. Like, simple as that, I'm running the fuck away. Because there's not a goddamn thing that this thing can do to that. Like, yeah, it's part ice, but I'm weak to both water and ice. That thing was my perfect counter. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and pick up some items. And I will say this, if I do collect a Pokeball here, it doesn't count until I'm either given them by the professor, so I get like the starter Pokeballs, or until I decide to catch something. Once I decide to catch something, if I get a Pokeball, like say like this random item here was randomized to like a Quick Ball or something, and I run into something that I want a chance on to, I don't know, get some sort of move, or to get some sort of Pokemon with it, like whatever Pokemon I run into, and I choose to throw that, my Nuzlocke has officially started. But I haven't gotten a Pokeball yet, so that's fine. But I always make sure to state that because I feel like people seem to forget that like just because I got a Pokeball, I haven't gotten my starter Pokeballs yet, where the Nuzlocke usually truly begins. Because most of the time, you don't get that many randomized items that early on before you get Pokeballs. So I just want to make sure that everybody knows that. So if I do get a Pokeball here, it does not start my lock until I decide to throw it. If I decide to throw it before I get, like, say, my Spearows. I remember one time I was doing a Nuzlocke where I got a Trumbeak as my starter, and it was holding a Master Ball. And then my Spearow on the bridge to save Nebby, my Spearow was randomized to a Mew with download. So I threw the Master Ball and started my lock, if that makes any sense. Okay. I'm a little worried about this Pokemon being his starter throughout the game. But also at the same time, I'm not really sure. Let me see. I think Bulldoze is the smartest choice here. Oh, no. Again, Nuzlocke Rules have not begun. I've not been given Pokeballs, so if I lose this, it doesn't necessarily count. I didn't see how much that did, actually. Oh, it's going to kill. Unless that was enough to let me outspeed it. Because it's down by 1 stage in speed. What is its base speed? That's not really going to help me here, is it? What does Rototiller do again? I remember it's a setup move. I just can't remember what it is. Tilling the soil, the user makes it easier to plants to grow. It raises attack and special attack of grass-type Pokemon. What the actual fuck? I mean, that's not a bad thing for... I didn't mean to click it. Yep, I fainted. Alright. So, again, Nuzlocke Rules have not begun yet. But that really upsets me. Because that does not bode well for this series. Just gonna put that out there. Though I will say, if I do end up losing this lock early on, say before the first Kahuna trial, I may just go ahead and redo it. And try again. Like, randomize a new copy and try again. But I do get a chance to see what is on the route here. Corphish. Okay. I mean, that's not great, but I do also need to gain some levels here. But Rototiller is so dumb. It's really, like, I get, like, thematically and, like... Oh, I did not mean to... Well, you know what? I'll do it this once, but I'm not going to make this a common thing. Because this can tend to outbalance a Nuzlocke. Like, a Pokemon will hold on in an instance where it should have fainted. Now, granted, there's a part of me that's like, oh, but, you know, I want my best chance at surviving. And then there's another part of me that's like, but I also want to make it difficult. So, I'm going to avoid doing the Pokemon Care stuff. Just because it tends to be unfair. If that makes any sense. Yeah. See, this is one of those games where, like, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon specifically have such a long intro that it honestly gets a little annoying. Because for me, like think about this. I have to go, like, up here it makes sense because this helps set up the story. I get that. But, like, I'm literally held hostage here until I get through it all. It's just annoying. Okay, let's go. I'm also not going to be doing, like, reading the dialogue and stuff, because, one, I know how to play this game. I think this is one of the games that I spent the most time playing when it first came out. Just because I was so dissatisfied with Sun and Moon. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were so much of a bigger thing. I need to actually take a second and write down my starter. Starter. Mudsdale. There we go. Because I do want to be able to, you know, nope out of certain, like, encounters just so that way I don't have to deal with it. And while I know Mudsdale is not the strongest ground type out there, I am going to try and keep my starter with me until if or when it faints. I only say here for one because these randomizers tend to be nutty. I could run into, like, for instance, this Spearow could be something absolutely bonkers. What was that? Oh, okay. I guess that was Spearow's actual cry. I never really, like, sat there and heard it. And, like, actually paid attention. But hey, easy layup. Okay, Gulpin has Trace. Good to know. Granted, all abilities will randomize again whenever you evolve. But it is nice to have. No. God damn it. It's a habit. It is a habit. It is a bad one. I'm sorry, Mudsdale. I'm sorry. Don't look at me like that. It looked at me like all depressed and shit. Like, why aren't you going to clean this off of me? I remember in Sun and Moon, like, you had to fight all 3 of the Spearows. And then it still showed the 3 bullying the Cosmog. And I'm sitting here like, the fuck? Though, I do watch M&J TV, and his Team Sky playthrough is one of the funniest things, and it makes me laugh every time. But he goes, "Oh, the baby's a bomb." It's so funny. He goes, "That thing needs to be locked up. That thing needs to be put in the bag." And then, like, when Nevi's walking around them, when they're all, like, standing on, like, the little platform, and goes, "Put the bomb in the bag." Oh, it's just so funny. It's too funny to me. It makes me laugh every fucking time. Though, personally, and this is a very unpopular opinion because I feel like a lot of people do like Lily, I don't. I find her a little annoying, and she stops me way too much during my adventure. I do like the black Z-ring, though, when they give it to you. I just honestly, I don't like the all-white aesthetic. I never really have. It's not for me. And I'm looking down at my clothes right now, and I'm like, I'm in all black. Like, you guys can't see me. I don't have a face cam or anything, but, like, it's just one of those things. If you're going to let me explore this area, you should, at the very least, give me an item to collect. Because, like, that's rather annoying. It's like, what is the point of me, like, exploring around that area? I'm going to roll over and grab a drink out of my fridge. Give me a second. I'll probably edit this part out, but who knows? Maybe I'll leave it in for comedic relief. I just needed a drink because I'm parched. I'm about to talk a lot. So, this first episode is probably going to be around an hour and a half long. The subsequent episodes after that are probably going to be around an hour apiece. The only reason I'm going to give it an hour and a half for this is because we're 30 minutes in almost already, and I'm still doing the intro bullshit. Like, I'm sorry, but 30 minutes is way too long for the tutorial to take. I know that you're, like, setting up all these characters and stuff, but Pokemon really needs an option for returning players, rather than treating all of us like we're stupid and going through this adventure for the first time again. Dr. Pepper, good for the soul. Okay. Yeah. See, these people talk too much. Like, don't get me wrong. If it was, like, voice acting and stuff, that's completely different. But it's all text. I've read this probably 5,000 times at this point. I'm literally sitting here. You can hear it. This is me spamming A on my GameSir controller. I am using the... I forgot what this controller's called. What's it? Yeah, here it is. The GameSir G7 Pro Tri Mode. So, try as in triple mode. Because you can use this as either Bluetooth, connected to the wireless dongle, which is what I have it set to, or cabled. Oh, God. You want to fight again? Is that right? Or is that... No. That's later. That's after the catching tutorial. Which, again, stupid. I know how to catch Pokemon. I've been catching Pokemon before these people were freaking programmed. I have been catching Pokemon since I was 8 years old. I am 27. Almost 20 years I have been catching Pokemon. Stop telling me how to. And I agree with Mikey. Put the bomb in the bag. Sorry. Oh, this is going to be funny. This is going to be funny for me in editing because I'm going to listen to it to make sure that my audio records. But I'm going to sit here and go back and go, wow, I made these jokes. I'll also probably tell myself I was probably emotionally charged because of the audio issues I was facing before this recording. But who knows? The next day, yep. The one time in this game where it's daytime because it's freaking daytime outside. Which, don't get me wrong, I get it. But at the same time, come on. Also, would you guys like to see me play other games? Like right now, I've been in a real Pokemon mood. But would you guys like to see me play something like, I don't know, do some Minecraft content, do some Satisfactory content? Because I'm not against it. I just haven't really had a reason to. If that makes any sense. Like, I haven't had the want to pick up a game, and Pokemon's just one of the simpler ones to pick up. And when I say simpler, I do not mean the battle statistics, because, like, I've been playing these games for so long that the battle statistics and all that are just stuck in my head. Again, the capture tutorial. What is the point when I know how to do this? Also, Rockruff having Bite at level 7 is stupid, in my opinion. It should have gotten it either as a level 1 move, or it should have gotten its own version of Bite for rock types. Dude, you have a level 7 Rockruff and you have 50 Pokeballs. Why do you only have a level 7 Rockruff? Like, I understand that he's supposed to match around what I'm supposed to be leveled, but come on. Okay, what route is this? Because I think this is Route 1. If I'm not mistaken. I can't, like, because, like, hold on. Let me go back here for a second. Okay, Route 1. Yeah, okay, so it's Route 1. I just wanted to make sure that I'm not writing down the wrong routes, because I will forget and I will reference this and go, oh, I don't have anything on Route 1. Now, this is 100% catch rate, so who knows? Could I get blessed, or am I going to get absolutely hindered? I'll take it. It's not terrible. I remember the days where they used to only give you 5 Pokeballs. I will say, and this is an unpopular opinion to a lot of people, but I genuinely think that they've made the Pokemon games too easy. Just honest. They've made the Pokemon games way too damn easy, and personally, I don't enjoy them being easy. Like, I'm not wanting them to be like Dark Souls level hard, but I do want them to be a challenge. It's why I do Nuzlocks half the time, because, like, running through the regular Pokemon game, I'm like, okay, the AI is going to pick something stupid, da-da-da-da-da. But for me, I need to figure out what this fucking name should be. This is an Epic Rap Battles of History referenced. But in the Michael Jordan versus Muhammad Ali rap battle, the way that Simi Sear's hands are bouncing, it reminds me of the moment when Michael Jordan, who's played by Peel, I think, because Key played Ali. And he goes, but now you dribble balls that nobody can see, with his hands kind of doing the same motion. So I'm just going to name it Ali. I think that's how you pronounce it. If not, I'm going to have to take a look. Okay. That's actually a solid moveset. Lower special attack, raises speed. Okay. It's a, yeah. I mean, that's not terrible. It has Sand Force. Are you kidding me? Boost the power of rock, ground, and steel type moves in a sandstorm. What the hell, dude? Like, what the actual hell? Like, that just, I know it's randomized, but, like, come on. Ooh, that's money right there. That's some money. I actually just realized I need to make sure that, cause, like, I let my wife, Chaotic Galaxy, love her to death. I let her play on Citra occasionally, which is why I'm not playing Ultra Sun, because it has cheats in it that are set up for her to just enjoy the game and not struggle. But granted, we're playing Fire Red and Leaf Green on our Switches. I have a full-size Switch because I genuinely, I cannot operate on one of the little ones. It's too small, and it ends up hurting my hands and my arms and shoulders because of how close my hands have to be together. While also looking at the... She has a starter! Sorry. Well... Okay, but, she's playing Fire Red, I'm playing Leaf Green. And we're essentially going to take a walk through all of the generations in their best forms. Because in my opinion, I think Fire Red and Leaf Green are the best forms of the original Generation 1 games. For new players. I played through Blue. Because I really loved Blastoise as a kid. Now I'm a Venusaur guy. But I played through Blue, Silver, and then I played Emerald because I liked the Rayquaza more than the other two when it was presented to me. Played Platinum because it was my first because that was the first ever Pokemon game that I ever played. Then I played White because my cousin chose Black, and we wanted to have like separate so we could trade back and forth the games. Everything has something that's super effective against my Mudsdale. And then I picked Y because I liked Yveltal. I'm sorry, that thing has protein? Whatever. Really? This is what we doing? Ollie, wake up. Ollie, wake up. I don't like this. Ollie, wake up. Okay. Alright. Not happening. I'm not losing a Pokemon to an Executor with protein. Okay. Yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, Barrage is normal. Okay. It was like, I'm fairly certain Barrage is normal. I almost just pressed Y, you guys. Legitimately almost just pressed Y. Hold on, I need healing. But, hey, that's money. Can't use them in the series anyway. But then when 7 came out, it was the first time. It was the first time that I could, like, you know, I had a job. I was able to earn my own money and everything. And so I got both Sun and Moon, but I played Moon first because I liked Lunala more than I liked Solgaleo. And then when Gen 8 came out, I played Sword, and by that time I was married. And so my wife played, or no, maybe we were just dating at this time. My wife played Shield. And then when Scarlet and Violet came out, I played Violet because I like Miraidon more, but I do not care for the Violet Paradox Pokemon. Because like there's no, it just felt very lazy. Iron Hands, Iron Bundle, all this stuff. Like Screamtail, Roaring Moon, those kind of things were super cool. Though I do personally believe that they should have gotten actual names. Like, yeah, they got names, but they're like observation names. They're like Katsuki, Bakugo, Dunceface names. You know what I mean? It was just one of those things where it's like, I really, really, really wanted to... This motherfucker. Sorry. I got a Simmy's here! Anyway. I would have loved to Gibble on a 100% encounter rate. Would have loved to have a Gibble. But, and here's the thing. Here's something that I'm going to tell everybody right now. I am thalassophobic, so when Winds and Waves comes out, I'm going to be stupid excited, but I'm also, sure as shit, not picking Waves, because I do not want to go underwater. I know I'm probably going to have to either way. Oh, I just realized I didn't write down the name. Hold on. Okay, Glamio has Electric Surge. Anyway, but I'm going to be picking wins because I always like the concept of flight more than I like the concept of diving. Because for all I know, there is some Leviathan waiting down there to nibble on my toes. I ain't about it. It's too unknown for me to feel comfortable with it. I just realized, I don't think I've ever played all the way through Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon Randomized. So when I get to Ultra Megalopolis, am I about to have to fight Ultra Necrozma, or am I just going to fight somebody with some insanity? I'm also not sure if I randomized the totem fights. So if that's the case, this whole recording just got scrapped. I don't think I'm dumb enough to forget that. But also, I randomized this a while ago. So, if you see a jump cut to where I'm back at the same spot with the same starter and everything, but I have a different secondary Pokemon, just know that I started the Nuzlocke over and had to catch up to where I was. But knowing me, I more than likely remembered all of the stuff. I just... Yeah. But we're about to find out. Okay, you could have at least kept like some tribal music or something. I'm fairly certain that in the main story they push like the whole your character and Lily thing, but I'm not really sure if that's actually the case. Okay, you have Vivillon. What region is that? Hold on, I actually have to look this up. What region did Vivillon with white wings come from? Oh! So Finland, Norway, Sweden, Greenland, and Alaska. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, Vivillon was introduced back in X and Y. I don't think I'm going to be able to touch this because Vivillon... let me see here. Vivillon... Okay, yeah, so there's the archipelago pattern, continental, elegant, garden, high plains, icy snow, jungle, marine, meadow, modern, monsoon, ocean, polar, river, sandstorm, savanna, sun, tundra, Pokeball, and fancy, which Pokeball and fancy were both event. Though, now, I'm fairly certain the event fancy one shows up everywhere. What is your typing? You're bug flying, yeah. So I cannot touch you with ground type moves. I didn't use a Vivillon, so you have to forgive me on that one. I mean, I caught one from my X and Y Pokédex back in the day, but like, I had the Midwestern region of it. Why does everything put him to sleep? That is the second time my guy Ali has been put to sleep. Okay. Wake up! Wake up! Thank you! Wow. Can you stop lowering? Because I've been lowered by what, 3 now? Yeah, I'm lowered by 3. Can you get the burn? Isn't that a thing with Flame Burst, or is it... Oh, good lord. I just realized how low my health is. So what we're going to do, because I think I have, like, a potion. Right? No, I have 5. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap out, because Star will take a hit. And then I'm going to heal up Ali. And... Okay, it has poison powder. I'm going to heal up Ali and then swap back to him so that way I can avoid the, the special attack drop. Or at least avoid having it down by 3. Okay. Okay. Now this Flame Burst should kill. It should kill still. Okay. We're good. Okay. Hey, that was 2 levels. Bet. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, Hakama. Oh, we're going to switch out to Star. Just because I want to remove the special attack drop. Okay. Because if I'm not mistaken, and feel free to politely correct me about this in the comments, but I'm fairly certain that the Universal Randomizer, or the PokeRando's EX one, makes the AI a little bit smarter. Not smaller, smarter. Okay, you're dead. You're dead. Your bite is useless. Whew! I looked up its moveset. I swear. Okay. I'm not going to be able to touch that with this. With Star, so... okay, okay. Wow, it ate that up. Okay. Was that attack or special attack? I couldn't see it before I clicked A. So let me look here. And yeah, you guys are going to see my mouse occasionally. Attack. Okay. Because I don't know how to... If there is a key that acts... Like a button that activates that to look at my different stat drops and everything, let me know. Because I would love to know how to use that. Again, I almost pressed Y just on habit. Alright. Nobody died, thankfully. What, am I about to morph like a Power Ranger? Why did I... He like brought it up like... Ready? Ready! Power Rangers Pokemorph or some shit. That is a series that I would love to see a crossover of. Like a Pokemon Power Rangers animated series or something. I would love to see that. Yeah. I know the Island Challenge. Shut up. Also, Dragon Rage clause, for those of you who don't know, if I die to Dragon Rage, it does not count until after the 2nd or 3rd trial. I cannot remember how I have it in this one. I think I'm going to have it to the 3rd trial just to be safe. If it gets to a point where like I have like 120 HP, I'm going to go, okay, yeah, I don't need to go all the way to the 2nd trial. Or to the 3rd trial. Okay. Yeah, shut up. See, all of this stuff is starter stuff. But like I can't like normally I would just go, okay, let me get past all of the starter, like the tutorial. That's what's called. Through all of the tutorial stuff, and then I'll come back to you guys. But there's like actual encounters and shit that I have to go through before that, and it's just not. I can't like skip encounters off camera, if you know what I mean. Alrighty. Oh, I have a Discord message from who? Oh. I didn't mean to add an S to that, but that'll work. I didn't hear my Discord go off. I don't record Discord. I don't record Discord. So, damn it. I want to be able to hear when somebody messages me. I don't have desktop audio enabled on OBS for that specific reason. Okay. Oh, yeah. Pocket money. Which, doesn't she give you 30,000 or something like that? Which, by the way, that's a lot of pocket... Well, hold on. Because that's equivalent in yen. So, hold on. Yen to dollar. So, let's go 30,000 yen. Yeah, that's $188. That's pocket money? Like, Jesus. Could buy almost a whole new microphone for that. Granted, it wouldn't be a great microphone, but a microphone. Okay, let's see here. The only complaint that I have about my G7 Pro is that unless there's a way to fix that, which I don't see a way to fix it, obviously. But if there was a way to make the A, B, X, and Y buttons glow, I would love to know. Because it's really hard to see the lettering on this, especially in the dark. Yeah, it's a very rare Pokemon because it doesn't exist in this universe. It's from a whole different fucking reality. Spoiler alert for those of you who haven't played this game. Which, by the way, if you haven't, where have you been? Alright, Lily, go and fuck off. Okay. This kid is the funniest kid in all of Alola. In my personal opinion, I find him absolutely hilarious because of what he says whenever you battle him. But, let's look here. Yeah, you're gonna get sold. Okay, I have 10 Pokeballs still. Just go ahead and get rid of all the new bullshit. Okay. Something catchable. Not legend, something catchable. I'm not happy or unhappy with this. And I'll tell you why. I'm not unhappy because at least it's catchable. I'm unhappy because it'll be stuck as a Charge-a-Bug until we get to Pony Canyon! That did a lot of damage. Let's Fury Swipes it. Only twice? But hey, Dupes and Species, catch it for that. Like, if you watch the Zed and Void playthrough, or the Zed and Void Ultra... Good lord, I cannot... My brain just shut off. The Zed and Void Black and White Soul Link, you'll see that there are some times where we're just like Like, I don't even want to catch this for dupes. I just do not want to catch it. Also, shouldn't those teeth be sideways considering that's how his mouth works? Just saying. Okay, that was a crit. God damn. Okay. Pokeball. There we go. As much as I want to care for you, I can't, Star. The comments will be very mad. Okay, I actually do not remember what route I'm on. Its stout shell provides excellent defense from attacks. It uses electricity on persistent opponents. I'm gonna name it Zapper. Because it reminds me of a bug zapper. Or no, we're gonna, since it's a girl, we'll name it Zappy. Spelled with I-E. Okay. I don't want to fight you yet. I want to know what freaking route I'm on. Ugh. Fine. I'll go get healed by Mom. I hope this isn't an illegal... Hold on, I can just look at it itself. It's kind of overgrown. Oh, wait. This is all Route 1? Okay, well. I wasted a Pokeball. Sorry, I thought this was a brand new route. It presents itself as a brand new route. By the way, he says, let's go kneecaps. Like he's going for your kneecaps. Tyrant. Okay. Oh, never mind. I forgot I was leading with Ollie. So I will release Zappy whenever we get to a Pokemon Center. I do think it's really dumb that this is not a new route. Okay. You can knock that the fuck off. If you kill my Simisear, I'm going to be pissed. Don't bring out Zappy. Zappy's not... He's not here. She's not here. Because this thing only know... Does this thing only know Roar? Is that what's happening? Tyrant. No, it just hit me with something. What does it know? 7... Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. It's what? Level 6. It knows Tackle, Tail Whip, and Roar. Just bulldoze it. Just bulldoze it. Thank you. Get it off my damn screen. I love Tyrant. Don't get me wrong. But, like, come on. Okay, Zappy didn't gain a level. I wish she would let me go to the Pokemon Center. Will she? Because I know there's one right over here. Ugh, it's blocked off. I'm sure you all were screaming at me in the comments. Or just in general. Okay. Is this not a new area? It should be a new area. I will die on that hill. It should have been a new area. Okay. Also, what were you doing with that Rockruff? Just saying, homie. Just saying. Like, he was doing some freaky shit with that Rockruff. It had to have been. It makes no sense otherwise. Like, unless he was having the Rockruff use moves on him. Which in that case, what, is he like Ash and somehow lives it all? Which, by the way, the reason why I think Ash survives all that is because his mom got down and dirty with that damn Mr. Mime. Just saying. Yeah, I know, you're going to give me a Rotom Dex that's going to talk to me. And I'm only going to talk to it back so that way it's not sitting there asking the same question over and over again and annoying the fuck out of me. Also, can anybody tell me why he looks so either tired or depressed? Because, like, I don't know what's going on. My guess is that, like, Rotom knows he's on an emulator, and so that's how he just looks at, like, when he's on an emulator. But, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, you can stop talking now. I'm not going to release Zappy because I'm actually not 100% sure if this is like considered a new route or not. Because like I know that when I walked back from the Route 1 that I caught Ali on, that I got, it said Route 1 Howley Outskirts. I don't know if that means that it classifies it as a different Pokemon or like a different route, or if it's just a different part of the same route, if that makes any sense. Again, you don't need to like put ominous music, not nothing. I know that the Pokemon Company knows how to do ominous music. Why does the music just cut out? Sure. I'm saving her for when I actually have a new team member to train. Oh, Cubone. And I'm running. Because you are super effective against me, good sir. Is there an item over here or something? Like, I'm just desperately trying to find items so that way I can get as much going for me as possible. I don't need to be taught how to use the Pokemon Center. I already know. Destroy heals. The PC puts Pokemon away. That guy sells me bullshit. And that guy sells me more bullshit. Now get out my fucking face. So what we'll do with Zappy is we will go over to box 7 and place Zappy in here. Like, one, I would have boxed it either way. But I'm not 100% sure because it says caught on Route 1. Let me go ahead and heal. Because I do know the trainer school is a new encounter route. Jesus. Let me see here. We'll buy... I'm doing it this way so that way I can get some Premier Balls as well. We'll get up to 50 of these. And we'll buy 20 should be fine for now. We'll buy 5 antidotes. 5 paralysis heals. 5 awakenings. 5 burns. And 5 ice heals. And then we'll save the rest, and I'm going to go ahead and sell the max revive so that way I don't accidentally use it for whatever reason. Then sell the big pearl. And then I'll keep that just in case. Because you never know when you're going to get an Oricorio. Because each of the Oricorios will have a different ability. Hey, look, it's the bike replacement in this region. Sorry, but that's what it is. Route 1 Trainer School. Okay, so I'm not going to count Zappy as technically. So what I'll do is Route 1, and then in parentheses down here, how fully out skirts charge bug. If we were playing Sword and Shield, then I could just Thunderstone it and we'd be fine. But no, Thunderstone equals it's going to be forcing me to it's going to force me to use I totally forgot what I was going to say. I'm so sorry, guys. My brain just like burped out. Okay, Metal Coat. Like I said, all impossible evolutions have been changed to be possible. So that way I'm not running through the game with like a level 89 Haunter or some shit. Okay, that's some money. I don't want to get the owner yet. Oh, I thought I got encounter there for a second. Okay, now we can get the encounter. I just wanted to make sure I get all the items first. Something catchable, something catchable. You know what? I'm not mad, but I'm also scared. What does Feraligatr have right now? Let me see here. Feraligatr. The Gen 7. Learn Set. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. What level is it? 5. So it has Water Gun, Scratch, Rage, and Leer. Okay, so it does have Water Gun. Should live a lick. Okay. Can you get the paralysis for me? That'd be really great. Okay. I didn't know how much that was going to do. I was scared. Get the paralysis! Yes! That was a crit. Okay. It's a starter, so it has a harder catch rate. But it's paralyzed in the red. Paralyzed in the red means nothing, apparently. Come on. Come on. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is why I bought so many Pokeballs. I'm going to go ahead and heal just to be safe. It's like, I'm not sure if a crit will take me out from there or not. But I've caught a Dialga here. Granted, it was a different part of the a different playthrough entirely, but I have caught a Dialga here. Is it Dialga or Dialga? I can't ever remember. Come on, come on, come on, come on. So that catching tutorial was just bullshit. Is what I'm here. Is what I'm getting at. Is what I'm getting from this. I put it in the red. It's paralyzed. It should be caught. Thank you. This was the first thing that came to mind when I thought about giving it a nickname. And that's what I'm trying to do when I nickname things, is just whatever comes to mind. Alright, let's look. Let's take a look at Chomper here. Yeah, it had Cloud9, that's right. Bold. Lowers attack, raises defense. That's not terrible. I mean, it's a special attacker at the worst. But, you know, we'll figure it out. Alright, trainer number 1. Let's go. You have to fight 4 trainers at this part. So there's this kid, there's the chick with the badminton, like, racket. And then there's the kid on the battlefield, or the trainer battlefield, whatever you want to call it. And then there's the little girl in the classroom. And then after you fight all 4 of them, you fight the principal. I thought Chomper was just going to get like 10 levels off of that for some reason. And the reason why, I know there's a lot of Feraligatr fans out there, and I'm not knocking Feraligatr for all of you, but for me, I preferred Typhlosion. Yeah, I preferred the Typhlosion over Feraligatr, even when the 3D sprites fucked it up. But like, I don't know. I liked Typhlosion. I do not like Meganium at all. Okay, I do not like Meganium at all. It felt very lackluster to me. And the Feraligatr was my meh. It's not terrible. It's not great. Alrighty. That's 2 trainers down, and then she gives you the Quick Claw. And now I'm going to go heal real fast. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my bag and turn off the XP share because I don't want anybody getting over leveled. I want to make sure that everybody gets to the like around the same level is what I'm wanting. Alright, we are rapidly approaching the hour-and-a-half mark, so let's hopefully we can get through the entire trainer school before anything like that. I think this first route is the only route that really happens on. That like the routes it's always like it's all Route 1. Okay, that is what we call a problem. Seismitoad has Intimidate. It's one of its abilities. Interesting. Interesting indeed. See how much a Water Gun does. Should be neutral. Did more than I was expecting. Confusion is the worst status effect in this game, in my opinion. I'm just being honest. Because, like, for me, every time that I confuse something, it breaks through all the time until it breaks out of it totally. But this is the one rare time where I actually broke out of the paralysis and broke through it. Most of the time, I'm sitting there slapping myself in the face so hard that I hate this chick. I never knew she had a fucking potion. Granted, I've always had the luck of getting a grass type because I always chose Rowlet when I played this game. Thank you. Well, I guess I could turn the EXP share back on. Everybody's around the same level now. So let's go ahead and turn it back on. Alright, this kid is the last one. And he does give me a TM. So Fish Sharp. Okay, I can handle that. I have 2 perfect counters to it. Okay, let's go Star. Okay. That was the easiest of all these battles. Well, I say that. I fought a Skiploom. Yep. What? I forget what Luster Perch does, but if I remember right, it's kind of a broken move. I need to look and see who can learn that. Because if I'm not mistaken, Luster Purge is one of the Lottie Lovebirds moves. If I'm not mistaken. The user lets loose a damage burst of light. This may also lower the target's special defense. Yeah, you can learn that, Chomper. It's not stab, but it is a special move. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm in trouble. I was always sent to the principal's office back in school. It wasn't because I was bad necessarily. I just didn't see a point in school. And they didn't necessarily like the fact that I didn't pay attention. Okay, Lester Bridge isn't going to do anything against this. See how much Water Gun does. Because I don't think Steel resists water, does it? No. It's neutral damage. Pawniard looks so weird in this 3D sprite age. Also, you're a Pokemon totally made up of knives. Like, you should do a lot more damage than that. Hey, more chances to catch. Let's go. Alright. Yeah, I learned my lesson at the Pokemon school. Oh, yeah. Trainer school for alligator. So if I run into like a Totodile or a Crocodile, I want to be able to, you know, I want to be able to be like, oh, I've already caught its final Evo. Species clause. Do-do-do. Do-do. Dum. Dum. Da, 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 da. If I remember right, it's Petted Space. Yeah. The other one is like grab its like front legs or something. Alrighty, we'll get one more encounter and then we'll call it for the day. I like how there's like an essence of like ukulele in a lot of the songs. Oh, excuse me. Alrighty. Yeah. I remember where a lot of the items in this game are. Oh, come on. I just want to catch Pokemon. And this is something that, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the main reasons why I despise this generation was because, and I don't truly despise it. I say that in like some of the mechanics. It forces you to go through this, which is super fucking annoying. Because like I don't really want to take photos. If I wanted to do that, I'd go play Pokemon Snap. I'm just being perfectly honest. Oh. Yeah. And it will not let me go until I do that. So what I do is I get past the text and I just take 6 identical photos. Oh, the Pikachu's a female this time. The past few times it's been male. You always get in the 700s. I've never seen it drop lower than that. Hey look, it's a feature I will never use again. Okay. Pokemon encounter time. Just wanted to make sure there were no items. Alright, something catchable! Okay. That's a little scary. For those of you who don't know, most people are like, oh, it's just a slacking Truant. He doesn't have Truant anymore. I'm scared. Because he's level 9. He's really close to my level. Okay. That's fine. I have awakenings for that exact reason. And if it gets worse to worse, I will swap out. And that's another reason why he's annoying. And I can't lick him. Can't use lick on him. Because he won't get paralyzed. Stop putting everything to sleep! What does he have at this level? It's yawning everything, I swear. Slacking. Let me scroll down. Generation 7. Ultra Moon. He's level 9. So he should have Slack Off, Encore, Yawn, and Swagger. If he does have an attacking move, it's either Fling, Hammer Arm, or Punishment. And Scratch. Those are the only 3. Or 4 that he could get. Because those are all level 1 moves. Like, literally, all of its level 1 moves, I'll read them off here. Encore, Fling, Hammer Arm, Punishment, Scratch, Slack Off, Swagger, Yawn. Those are all his level 1 moves. And then he gets Encore again at level 6. And then Slack Off again at level 9. So, we'll do this. Okay, yeah, Scratch. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why you buy Awakenings. Even if you don't think you're going to run into something. It's randomized. Okay, so he's still scratching me. I gotta just keep lowering. I gotta keep lowering his accuracy. That's the only thing that I can do. Okay, he's down by what? 2 in accuracy, right? Yeah, he's down by 2 in accuracy. So I want to see. I'm gonna click Bulldoze. Okay, I can Bulldoze again. And I'll go first now. Okay, he should Slack Off soon. Okay. Okay, he's in the red. Do not Slack Off. See, that does way too much. That gives back way too much HP. There's a reason why, like, they gave him Truant. And now he's back at full. Sorry, she. She's back at full. Stop yawning everything. I'm gonna run out of fucking, like, awakenings at this point. I have 2 left now. 2 left. I'm going to speed up a bit. Just because this is taking too damn long. How much PP does Yon have? Because this is actually going to get really, really fucking annoying. Yon... 10 PP. And it's done it like 7 times or so. Let me look how much PP Slack Off has. Slack Off. 5. Okay, so he should be out of Slack Offs. I can't remember if he's out or if he's close to out. Okay, what we're going to do now is we are going to take a pause from awakening people and get Star back up to 1 short of full. Okay, that has to be like his last year or her last Slack Off. It's either the last one or the second to last one, so it probably has one more. Because how many... Okay, it's fully lowered in speed, and it's 5... -5 in... accuracy. Okay, come on! How many of those do you have? Even at max, there should only be 8. Okay, that has to be the last one. It has to. Encore. You're kidding. There is no way it has more than that. What? That has to be way more than 5. It has to. There's no explanation for it. Okay, yeah, yawn me. That's fine. I have awakenings for a reason. Okay. It's not slacking off anymore. This is my last awakening. I'm either going to have to start... keep clicking a move until they wake up. It's not using Slack Off anymore. So I think it's out. Okay. Okay. Now we throw Pokeballs. I've been doing this for 7 minutes! Excuse me while I die. Holy shit. That was so goddamn stressful. Bite, you can forget later. That's fine. Holy mother of everything. I think that's how you spell that. Let me double check. Delinquent. 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 Wow, I actually remembered how to spell that. Holy shit. Okay, let's take a look upon this demon and see what its ability is. Okay, I can actually rise. Okay. So Slack Off has 10 PP. Okay, I'm back down to regular speed. Half its maximum. Had more scratches. I mean, that's like, hey, oh wait, it had Swarm? Is that what I just read? It's not a bug type's powering up move. Powers up bug type moves when the HP is low. I mean, if I find an ability capsule, I guess. If I find an ability capsule, I might use it on it. Okay, so before we get yanked into yet another part of the tutorial, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below. Don't forget to go and click all the links, I guess. Again, I'm not going to ask you guys to hit the bell icon, but if you do want to get notified every time that I do upload, I would recommend hitting it, just so that way you can go, oh, Void, did something, so let me go and do this really quick. But anyways, my name is Void of Chaos, and I will see y'all in the next one. Take it easy.